Hello, my name is Jonathan Abbott and welcome to Off Track. Today I'm talking to Russell Cooper. Russell, thank you very much for doing this.
You're most welcome.
So we're going to talk some stock cars and some other things as well, just find a little bit about who you are. So, first memory of Formula 1 stock cars?
Well, all I can really remember is I was about 5 or 6 and I jumped in Brian Bedford's car at Brayfield, as it used to be back in the day, the proper name for the stadium. And I was about 5 or 6, jumped in the car and had a photograph taken. I've still got that photograph to this day. The other memory probably would be, I think, the 75 World Final at Bellevue, sitting on bends 3 and 4, and I think Chizzy hit Smithy out right on our corner to take the World Final. That's about it. That's my two sort of like memories of Formula 1 early on.
And it's progressing to being like a full Formula 1 racer then?
Yeah, well, I was only a spectator, wasn't I? So, from there, I just started doing radio-controlled cars when I was about 13 and got fairly good at that. And the year before I retired from that, or the year I retired from that, I got second in the national championship behind Gary McMullen, I think, or something like that. And that was it, and he was the world champion on them, and I was second, and then I said, right, that's it, I bought a car, I'm off, and I didn't go back to any national series at all. I went straight to Formula 1. I didn't do any other formulas, straight into the
deep end.
Straight into the deep end, yeah.
So we race at quite a few tracks across the country. Which one's your favourite?
Oh, Kings Lynn.
Okay.
Yeah, love it there.
Why is that? Is there a particular reason? Is it
It's
just
super smooth. That Buster, he makes that track perfect, he really does. And it's super smooth, you can wind it up around the outside, you get some grip out wide and just keep it going. It's fantastic.
brilliant? So shells you preferred?
Oh yeah, I do prefer shell, although the new tarmac car's making me think, but no, I still like shell.
It's like shell. Okay, so you're in Cambridge way, is that right? Over that way?
Yeah, south of Cambridge, 4 miles south of Cambridge.
So it's a bit of a trek to some of the tracks. So how do you entertain yourselves on the journey?
Well, usually Jordan is falling asleep in the back. Sue's nodding off a bit or passing me food, because food is a very good thing. She's got a little box behind the seat and she'll pass it over to me and we'll eat and that. And then we listen to old tracks of the what is it, the 60s or whatever. No, it's the golden years. There's 2 of them on a Saturday at lunchtime. So Paul Gambaccini, I think, is on.
It's very educational, very kind of nice music.
I always try and guess what's going to be number 1. I never get it right.
So a bit of food, a bit of radio, nice, relaxed, chilled out, ready to jump in your stock car and you get to the track. Okay. So thinking about the other stock cars that are kind of racing around various tracks we race at, which one do you admire the most? Do you think that's a brilliant stock car? I really like that.
They're all about the same, really. Unfortunately, nowadays, they're all about the same. I love to see Chizzy's car back years ago. You could tell what cars were years ago. Nowadays, there's nothing really special out there. They're good, they're nice cars now. Everyone's got lovely, clean cars, well signed written. No Dave Mellors out there now.
No.
So everyone's about the same. Of course, my tarmac car looks the best on the track now. Of course, as we do know. Didn't quite get the win at the Motorsport with Attitude show, but there we are. It didn't win the best in show there, but it was. I think it was anyway the best in show.
So we admire our own car on the tarmac track. We like that, I think. Yeah. It's good.
My little baby.
It is very nice. It is very nice. So you're on a caution. You look in your mirror. Is there any particular driver that you think I need to give my belts a bit of a tug? Before we...
I think Mick Sauder.
Okay.
I think if you've got him behind you, you're starting to panic a bit. He's an absolute animal. He does this every time. He whopped me in the fence at Bellevue the other week, a couple of weeks ago.
I saw that. He did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, but you were racing him a little bit though.
I'd got the foot on the brake halfway down the straight, and somehow I got an extra gear from something with my foot on the brakes, and in the fence I went.
Yes.
But he's a good old boy. I love him. It's great fun. You know, we get on really well.
Oh, good.
So you wouldn't want to sit in front of him under a yellow flag situation without tightening old belts.
It's a great answer. So before you jump into the car, any pre-race superstitions, any rituals you kind of go through before you get strapped in, or when you're in the car before you got on track?
No, not really. All I do is just make sure the belts are loosened off from the race before. That's about it. Pulling his shale out of the seat, because you don't want to be sitting on that, do you?
No.
That's about it, really.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I do.
Get rid of the old shell because it's not particularly comfortable.
Yeah, don't want that. No. Including the goggles, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Or take a new pair, another pair in a bag.
Do you have two in the car? Is that?
I have a pair in a carrier bag down beside me, just in case you get a yellow flag and your goggles are gone wrong. You quickly pop them off. Yeah. New pair on. Away you go.
Do you not have a little kind of ready-made box? It's just
no, I don't.
No.
Steve Kaiser used to have it in the Aaron Cousins car. Now there was a lunchbox there with an elastic band, and inside was a pair of goggles. And I'm sure he put some chocolate in there as well, just in case he got a bit bored and he's going around.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Maybe you should, I don't know, patent that or something.
I was thinking about a burger bar on the Centre Green, but obviously drivers can't get out of the cars and that sort of stuff, don't they?
You are. Well, they do get out though, that's the thing.
Then that wastes time.
No.
Get the crowd going.
Okay, it's like going off track a little bit. If you were stranded on a desert island and you had to choose 3 current Formula 1 drivers to live on the island with you, who would you choose and why?
Well, it'd have to be Aaron. He's a good mate.
Yeah.
He's a good mate. Then I'm thinking about any others. What else? Lundy. He'd tell me a few things.
Yeah.
He'd tell me a few things about how he's driven over the years, how he's performed, and how he's set a race up, because how his cars are set up. He'd be a good bloke.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know who else really. Probably Frank. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Frank as well. Yeah, two good car people.
Yeah.
And then
lots of good conversation. You could get some good answers from them as well about various things.
Yeah.
I like that.
They might be able to teach me to drive, you know.
On a desert island, possibly. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I like that.
It's about time, isn't it? In 21 years, I've still learned how to drive yet. So.
No, I think you're doing very well. You're doing very well.
It's really nice of you to say.
No, my absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much, John. You're a real good interview.
It's all about praise. When you retire from the sport, which is hopefully not for a while, do you
4
think
years.
4 years?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, I've done 21 years. I'm going to do 25, and that's it. Boom, finished.
Okay, so when you finish, do you think you can just be a spectator, or do you think?
I ain't going to be a spectator, am I? I'm going to get mucked in some way. I'm going to go in dirty clothes, put it that way. Right. So I'm going to get my hands dirty some way. I ain't going to just sit around. No. I've tried that before when the engine's been done up and I've just been sat around. And then I got bored and I hired out a Newson car for 2 meetings.
Yeah.
And then I bought another car at a build site and bought another car. So I'm never going to get, I will get bored if I'm not careful, I
think that's the thing, I think when people are involved in something and then they kind of go, you have to kind of almost go cold turkey and just, that's it, or, because otherwise you just want to get back involved again, don't you? So
yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do.
No.
Worry about that in 4 years time.
4 years time. No, we'll move on. So how do you relax away from the stock car track?
I do a bit of gardening actually in my spare time.
Okay. Isn't that your profession?
I play table tennis in the winter. That's about it really. Just business takes up a lot of time. The stock car takes up a lot of time. You don't get much time to relax in the race season. You're either working or you're working on the car, or you're sleeping, and that's it. You get a little bit of food and drink every now and again if you're lucky. In the evening, once you've finished on the car, possibly a beer or two while you're working on the car. Yeah, that's about it.
But not enough time. But a bit of table tennis, that's kind of...
that's weird.
Okay. Last time you went to the cinema?
Last time was probably when Frozen was on.
Is that a favourite film of yours? That's my next question.
It's not a favourite film. I know it's just something I went to because the kids were going and Sue was going, everyone was going, so I tagged along really.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, it was lovely when I was away. Yes, it's lovely.
I've been to cinema once with my daughter and did fall asleep. I find it quite relaxing. So yeah, I can see it's a good. It's good. Maybe that is the thing to do to relax. Then go to the cinema and watch a kids' film because just wonderful. Yeah. Do you ever go and do the big shop?
I have done in the past. Possibly not this year. I don't know. No, I have this year. I'm sure I have at least once or twice. You'll have to ask Sue for that.
Okay.
But she normally does the shop, and it's now online and it's delivered to her. So I do carry it in the house from the bloke from Tesco.
Oh, yeah, Tesco's. Okay.
I carry it in the house. And usually, because the car's kept outside the back of the house, the bloke comes along, trundles along with his trolley with all the Tesco things, and straight away, oh, what's that? You see the car, and they start asking questions about the car. So we usually spend 5-10 minutes, but they're in a hurry, obviously, so they want to get on, but they still come and chat about the car.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good. So they must like coming into your house then, potentially. Is the guy with the stock car? That's not the same.
They probably don't.
No.
Actually. They have to put up with me. So they don't like coming to my house.
On the same subject as food, what's your perfect breakfast?
Oh, full cooked. Love it. Yeah.
The big trucker's breakfast.
Yeah. With black pudding.
I don't even know what that is.
And hash browns.
Yeah, I can do the hash browns. I'm not sure about the black pudding piece. I don't know.
It's not a load of old innards and stuff like that, all cooked up. I think it's just a load of rubbish, but I love it.
It tastes nice.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Okay, completely on another theme now. If magic was real, what spell would you learn first?
How to win every race, I think. That would be the best form of magic you can get.
I like that, yeah. Fingers crossed that you get this power then.
Well, I will get it next year.
Okay.
Look out, Red Tops, wherever you are.
We've spoken about him already, but have you ever been to John Lunn's house?
No, I haven't. I'd love to go.
Okay.
It's a long way away for me.
Yes.
Yeah. But it'd be lovely to go up there and see what it's like.
Would you like to do a bit of a plea to the camera, just if John's watching, can you?
Yeah, John, from one gingerhead person to another, please, will you let me come to your house?
I don't think this is John Lund, it might be, but who is your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush? Not London, no, it's got to be female. Got to be careful now, because Sue's this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a careful question.
Yeah, celebrity crush. Oh dear.
It's just between us two. No, nobody will watch this. So.
I don't know. I loved that Kim Tate in years gone past. She's just come back, but years ago she was very nice. So yeah, I'll say that. Yeah.
Kim Tate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just between us. Nobody.
Yeah. No one else.
No one else. No.
I'm going to cut that out.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Just have a quick word with Jordan, I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
What's your biggest or weirdest fear? Other than McSorting your mirror on a restart.
Yeah. Weirdest fear. I expect waking up and there's never going to be a stock car race again in the world. That would be a horrible fear, wouldn't it? You wouldn't want that, would you? You've got to have racing all your time.
Yeah.
That would do me. Yeah.
Okay,
that's
I like
my weirdest fear.
Yeah. That is quite a scary thought, because what would people do? I don't know. That
question did throw me a bit for a second there, but I'll finally come back with something.
Yeah, that's very good. A bit easier. Favourite subject at school? Did you went to school? Yeah,
I didn't go very often.
No.
Hence me being a gardener. Probably maths. I was quite good at maths. Yeah, it was just facts, I prefer that rather than English. I didn't do.
But your brain is kind of, they say that some part of your brain is stronger, so it's either math, science, or the English language, isn't it? So maybe...
Yeah, it's maths, that's about it.
Okay.
The rest of the brain got like it.
No, well, this might help you with this question, though. You have to choose to fight a lion or a shark. Which would you choose to fight, and why?
I think a lion, because they're so close to cats, aren't they?
Okay.
And I've got 5 cats at home. You've seen many pictures with cats in my garden looking after the stock cars. So a lion would be the thing.
Okay.
You think that's just a cat, really. It's just a big cat.
So you have the mind. Okay. You've got the mindset. It's just a cat.
It's just a cat. That would do me.
Okay, I like that. What is the most common misconception people have about you?
Yeah, they think I'm mad because I've got ginger hair.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're coming across really normal in this interview, so I think we've dispelled that misconception.
Aren't
they are indeed.
Yeah.
If you, would you ever take part in a reality TV series? So one that's kind of on television now, is the one that you're aware of, you think, I'd like to be on that, I could be on that?
Oh no, I couldn't be doing that sort of stuff.
And what if somebody said to you, right, I'm going to give you a chunk of money if I want to follow you around every day and do your own reality TV series, would you do that?
As long as it's a good chunk of money, I can buy a new car with. Okay. 2 new cars, a coach. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, it'd be a heck of a chunk of money. Do you know how much these cars are nowadays? It costs an arm and a leg. They cost a lot even in reality. When you're a red.
So possibly you would. If the money was right, you'd jump on your own, but one that's kind of out there.
Yeah, they can all come round. They could come round, do a film of me working in the garden. They can even help out working in the garden if they want.
Okay.
I'll be happy with that.
Okay. What's the most useless talent you have? I'm not laughing because
I think the most useless talent is me dancing to Nelly the elephant.
Okay.
That's probably about the most useless talent I've got.
Right, okay. Is that a talent in the first place?
Well, some people call me Nelly, you see.
Right, okay.
You know, Rolfie and that lot, they call me Nelly. So
And why
that's because I used to dance to Nelly Elephant back 20 years ago plus over in Holland.
Right, okay.
We used to dance on the tables and everything over there. It was great fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's something that you've done and you've perfected over time then maybe. So maybe it's a great talent now.
Yeah, I've done really well over the years with that.
Okay. So
Sprained an ankle.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
You mentioned Holland. Is there one country that you would like to visit that you've never been to before?
I'd love to go to Australia, I think, because everyone says it's lovely out there. You have to get to the right place in Australia, I guess. Never been. That's a place I'd like to go.
Okay.
That'd be it, yeah.
Do you think aliens exist?
Yes, in the form of Tom Harris, I do believe.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's an alien.
Do
He's
you?
got to be.
This is a big reveal. Is that
No one could be that good without being an alien, can they?
Possibly, maybe that's his secret.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll ask him.
It could well be.
Yeah, if he does these interviews, maybe I'll ask him the question.
Yeah.
What some people said he thinks you're an alien, is that
Oh,
true?
Tom, don't hit me. Don't hit me, all right?
Who makes you laugh?
Oh, comedians normally make me laugh.
If they're good.
I love some of the posts on Facebook, some of the funny, the sillies on there, and make me chuckle. Sue says, "What are you laughing at now?" And it's usually something silly, something daft. I love silly stuff, I really do. That's about it.
And when did you last cry?
Ooh, that's a bad one, a sad one. Probably when my mother died.
Yeah.
There you go, and that's it.
That's sad. Sorry, but no, it's sad.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
it's,
these things happen.
It's about 18 years ago now, but that was a pretty bad moment, that, yeah.
Sorry, okay.
Mm.
A bit more uplifting. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Fantastic racing driver.
I like that.
There we are.
And your last question. So Bill Maynard said stock car racing is magic. How would you describe it?
Expensive, time consuming, a drug, but fantastic.
Brilliant. What a great way to end the interview. Russell, it's been fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.